Hey everyone. So I know I promised to do a full reptile house tour, and I'm working on that, Austin. I'm working on that. But as I've said in several other past videos, I've been really getting into colubrids. Not that you would know that by the last like 40 videos I've done. I haven't really talked about colubrids a whole lot. But everybody has cleared quarantine now and has moved around into the different rooms. So I'm going to show off all of the colubrids that have been quarantined for like some of them 9 months, because every time you get a new animal, quarantine starts all over again. So here we go. So to get things rolling with, and baby colubrids are so much fun, so I'll do my best to try to keep them still on camera. But this is our baby Transpecos rat snake. His name is Chai, because one of our coworkers asked if we could name one of them Chai, and we had just picked him up, and so Chai. So Transpecos rat snakes are really cool. They are a North American rat snake. They have this amazing cool pattern on the back, and they do have several morphs. This one is 100% het for axanthic and 66 possible het for blonde. And the axanthics look absolutely beautiful. But I really like just the normal ones too. So have this really cool dude, and maybe we'll be picking up a girlfriend for him this season. So this little monkey here is our ultra hypo mosaic flame king. There he goes, biting me, of course. Little baby king snakes. They are always fired up, always ready to go. He is not a fan of me, as you can see. He's just dialing in over here. I really like these guys. They have amazing coloration. I just think they're really cool. I've been wanting one of the flames for a very long time. We happen to have a chance to come up with one for a fairly good price, and let's see if we can get him to look this way. There we go. How's that? That looks pretty good for the camera, I think. He looks pretty good. If I try to move him too fast, he'll move around. I'm trying to hold him so that way you can see his coloration. They do kind of dull out as they turn into full-grown adults, but I still think they look really cool. As you know, like the Brooks king snakes and the Florida king snakes, they kind of muddle out. They don't hold that bright color as when they're hatchlings, but overall, I still think they look really cool, and I can't wait to see what this one does. So this is our normal corn snake. Just a regular corn snake. I mean, a lot of people like to throw the term Okatee around. I don't think he's an Okatee per se. Oh, he's shedding right now, and I feel absolutely terrible about that. That's why I was like, he looks really dark. If you can see on camera, if I can get close enough, you can see his shed is starting to come off of his bottom jaw right there. I was freaking out. I was like, how do you have a respiratory? No, it's not. That's his shed. He's starting to shed. That's why it looks so dark. But anyway, as I've talked about in other videos before, one of the very first corn snake that I had, one of the very first snakes that I had in general, was just a normal Okatee, if you want to call it that, corn snake. Her name was Omega. She was really great. She self-cycled last year. She got egg-bound, and unfortunately she didn't make it, which is, something that not a lot of people like to talk about. But I've always really liked just the normal-looking corn snakes, and so kind of went a little colubrid crazy over the holidays. And I got a bunch of baby colubrids, and one of those was just a normal corn snake. Pretty sure this one's a male. As I've mentioned also before, I'm just god-awful at sexing snakes, but that's okay. I just really like him. If depending on what we decide to do, he'll probably end up just being a pet and ambassador animal, because as for a corn snake and for a decently small yearling, he's pretty chill. So maybe we'll use him as a really cool ambassador animal in the future. All right. Well, unfortunately, it seems like all of my animals are in shed, so hopefully this one doesn't decide to snack on me. Pretty sure this one's a female, but I'm not 100% sure. Honestly, again, I kind of went a little colubrid crazy. I was like, I just want this and this and this and this and this. And that's honestly not what you should do. Please don't do that. That's not a good idea. But this one is a lavender albino white-sided king snake. Never really one to bite a lot, just he's really flighty. He likes to bounce around a lot. I keep saying he, I'm pretty sure this one's a female again. But again, they're in shed, and so even though it's the lavender albino, you can see that when it's in shed, its eyes, they get kind of pink and cloudy, not blue like a lot of the normal colored snakes. But this one does look really cool when it's out of shed. Maybe if I can take a better picture of it after it comes out of shed, I can use that for the thumbnail. Fingers crossed, hopefully. But I just think it's really cool. I honestly don't talk about colubrids enough, and most of the king snakes I have are like the Brooks eye and stuff, so this is just a really cool little one. All right. So this, and he will probably take a pop at me or nip me a little bit while showing him off, is our regular Brooks or Florida king snake. So I said Brooks eye earlier when I talked about king snakes, even in this video. It's kind of an antiquated taxonomy at this point. They're basically all just Florida king snakes. And this is just a normal looking one. I think they're really cool, as I said before. I like just the normal colored ones. Yeah, I still like morphs, but just there's something about just the regular wild natural look of so many of the different animals that, including ball pythons too, obviously, that I just really, really like. And you are actually being really calm, and I'm gonna put you away now that I've said that because I don't want to jinx myself. But just a normal Brooks king snake, and you know, maybe we'll put it to our ghost Brooks to see whether or not there's any hets or not, because similar to corn snakes, most of the genes in these colubrids are all recessive, and so you end up having a lot of animals that just have sometimes 4 or 5 or more possible hets. And so let's put them to an anery and a hypo, and who knows, maybe we'll get something out of it. So this is just an amel corn snake, or an albino corn snake. So amelanistic in corn snakes is the gene that we call them, or albino. So, you know, there's more than just melanin in reptiles. There's aranophores and anerythophores and axanthophores and things like that, with the yellows and the reds and things. So this is just an amelanistic, doesn't have melanin. They're really cool. I like corn snakes, if that, you know, hasn't been, you know, conveyed very well in this video so far. Really looking to add only a couple more to the collection. A Tessera, a Cinder Shatter, a Palmetto I think would be really cool. But that's really about it. A lot of the other corn snakes I do think are cool. They're just not really for me. I want to try to keep the corn snakes kind of limited. Want to try to get into a little bit some of the more oddballs. But I do just love just the regular common snakes. And I think these guys can be great pets for the beginner or for the veteran, just because they're a little bit more interesting. And they all have their individual personalities. Like the normal one that I just showed off is really chill, doesn't do a whole lot. This one's still kind of... So it's kind of similar to like my old pair of corn snakes, the... Anery and Omega, Sierra and Omega, the normal. So, I don't know. I just think they're really cool. I love all their little personalities, and I do really enjoy Colubrids. So, I have always loved the tri-colored snakes. I've always loved them. It's not like I really like the coral snakes and it's a venomous hot thing or anything like that. No. And of course, you're going to milk on me because that's what you do, musting. But I've always liked the tri-colored snakes. Absolutely love them. And this was just purchased as just a red milk snake. I know for a fact it's not a red milk snake, because that's an actual subspecies of milk snake, is the red milk. This is actually probably a Puebloan, but I don't know for sure. Once it gets a little bit older, I can do some scale counting and compare it to, and I can give an actual real ID on there. But I'm 90% sure this is a Puebloan, because I've had Nelsons in the past, and I know, and I'm pretty sure this isn't a Nelson, or it could be a hybrid. In all honesty, they've hybridized a lot of these guys, but it's a really cool little, really cool aberrant pattern right there. Let's see if you can see it on camera like that. That one looks really cool. But this is the last of them, as I said. I think I said last but not least. I just really like the tricolors. That's why the Theri, I have the tricolor Theris instead of like the buckskins or the other ones. Although the pure melanistic one would be really cool. If anybody knows who's breeding them, let me know. And then like even the Hondurans. The only reason why I don't have just a regular Honduran is because one of my dream animals for those is just a Anery Honduran, even though I have a pair and it's neither of those. We have the tangerine albinos, but that's okay. One of these days I'll pick up an Anery Honduran. But this is really just a pet. I'm not planning on breeding it or anything. This will be a cool either ambassador animal or show off for videos or education animal when I do shows or things like that. He does pretty well once he calms down again. I just really like all the different species of snakes, and I really do enjoy colubrids a lot. I think they're amazingly cool species, and I think now that the ball python craze is calming down a little bit, people are starting to remember that, of how cool they are. And honestly, I'm part of that too, because I went from, ooh, ball pythons, and ooh, boa constrictors, oh, boa constrictors, ooh, ball pythons. There are so many more snakes, and they're all colubrids. But so that's all. I just wanted to do a quick little show off. For the full room tour, these guys will be on that list in their individual things. I may not sit there and like crack them open. I'll have their little tubs labeled and stuff and maybe point them out just to try to keep the videos under like an hour and a half long, because there's a lot of them too. But that's all. Just a little show off video, a little update. And that's really about it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comments, let me know down below in the comments. Email me, jzreptiles@gmail.com. Actually, when this video comes out, this will be before, we are vending our very first reptile show. Never done it before. Super excited. We are going to be at the reptile show in Denver over by DIA at the end of August. I think it's 23rd and 24th. I'll put the dates down below because I may have gotten that wrong. Like, it's been crazy or nonstop. But anyway, I'll put it down below. If you guys are in the Denver area, please come say hi to us. Don't feel the need to buy anything. We'll have merch and some of our baby ball pythons and boas if they've eaten and shed enough. But come by, say hi. I'd really love to meet some of you guys. If you guys are local here in the Denver area, or if you're traveling, come on, stop by. It'd be really cool to see some people. So hope you're having a great day, and we'll check you next time.